understatement for what's going on with the Cowboys. Jerry Jones got on Michael Irvin's YouTube channel, told him he negotiated a deal with Michael Parsons personally back in March that would have made him the richest non-quarterback in the league. And Jerry says Parsons' agent told him, take that offer and shove it.
I have agreed to give more money than has ever been given in terms of guaranteed money than anyone ever has as far as a defensive player. I've done that. Now I am the cat that writes the check. When we wanted to send the details to the agent told us to stick it up.
Wait, now see, I was
just so you're clear.
Wait. What do you mean? So wait. What do you mean? Because people going to ask.
Mike and I talked, and then we were going to send it over to the agent. And we had our agreements on term, amount, guarantees, everything. We were going to send it over to the agent, and the agent said, "Don't bother, because we've got all that to negotiate."
So what do the kids do, Scooby, when they break up these days?
What?
You know what they do? They take you off their social media. And Thursday night, that's exactly what Michael Parsons did. He scrubbed all of his social media. I'm talking Twitter, IG, of any mention of the Dallas Cowboys. So let me bring in our senior NFL writer, Jeremy Fowler, and try to get some answers out of all this. So you got Jerry Jones saying that he and Michael Parsons, basically, that his agent told him, take that offer and shove it where the sun don't shine. What can you share about what happened between Jerry and obviously Michael Parsons?
Where do you start? We're just shaking our head. I will start with, I was told from a Cowboy source that no, Jerry Jones did not hear that directly from agent David Mulugeta. It was more about, figuratively speaking, that was somehow the message Jerry Jones got through all this. He legitimately feels what he's saying there, that somehow he got duped, even though this is all part of the process. You negotiate with an agent. So, look, the Cowboys are telling me that they are, they still have no plans to trade Michael Parsons. They have gotten multiple inquiries on him. There is a lot of interest league-wide in potentially doing a deal, but sources there tell me that they still expect by week 1, at some point, they can get a deal with Parsons. Even someone over there related it to Nick Bosa a few years ago, the star pass rusher. He got a deal done like a Tuesday or Wednesday midweek before the first game. Came back, was a little rusty. Like, they're prepared for this to bleed out for the next couple weeks, see where it goes. But I haven't talked to anybody there who expects him to be playing in another uniform. It's just they have run every play in the playbook as far as sticky negotiations, the trade request, the scrubbing of social media, the agent going buck wild. I mean, everything possible has happened. They still believe somehow they can reach a deal. But they got an uphill battle, though, at this point.
You're right about that. Obviously earlier this month, even on that Netflix documentary, Jerry Jones said the Cowboy is a soap opera 365 days a year, and they've certainly got one here with the Michael Parsons situation. Jeremy, stay close. More from you in a moment.
The Bears head to Kansas City tonight, and both Caleb Williams and Patrick Mahomes will start and play in their final preseason game. Williams only played 2 series against Buffalo last week, albeit against their backups. But tonight, he'll face the Chiefs starters. And we're fortunate enough to be joined by our starter, Bears reporter Courtney Cronin. And Courtney, Ben Johnson said he was going to test Caleb Williams more than he has ever been tested in his entire football career. So how has he handled the challenge so far this preseason?
There have been days where it's felt like he's taken a couple steps ahead and a couple steps back. And Ben Johnson said that that's normal for a young quarterback learning a very complicated new offense. But this week, he said he's been locked in, and that's coming off his best stretch of practice, the last 3 days going into the Buffalo game, and then what you saw there from Caleb Williams in the first-team offense at Soldier Field. What really impressed Ben Johnson was that they start out at the 8-yard line, and they don't blink. Obviously, that's not great starting field position, but Williams was calm. He operated under center. He operated in the shotgun. He was able to go through his reads, throw with timing, anticipation. He flipped the protection at the line of scrimmage. He made checks. He did all the right things that Ben Johnson has been asking him to do all throughout training camp. And I was curious. I asked Caleb Williams, how different is your head coach on the headset in games versus practice? Because that was his preseason debut. He said he's much calmer in games than he is in practice when he's trying to get a lot out of him. And he noticed that specifically. He had the earpiece on later in the game when he was out, he noticed Ben Johnson not even blink. After a long review challenge before a fourth down call, went in, gave it to Tyson Bagent, said go for it, and he said that gives the quarterbacks confidence when it's relayed that clearly to them.
That's a message to our producers. You hear that when you're talking to us in our ear?
Make it clear.
It makes us better as well. Now, in Caleb Williams' 13 snaps that spanned 2 drives, he was 6 for 10 for 107 yards and a touchdown with a 103.6 passer rating. Now, Caleb and the first teamers will get their final reps tonight in Kansas City against their starters. So what is Chicago's plan heading into the finale?
Ben Johnson said to be determined how long starters will play. I would imagine it'll mirror something what Kansas City does because they too are playing their starters. But 2 drives for the starting offense last week, 1 series, quick 3 and out for the defense. They're trying to get their feet wet. They're trying to make sure they're comfortable with the operation. It's still getting out of the huddle with the play call clearly delivered to his teammates, getting to the line of scrimmage with enough time to diagnose everything. And I think what I mentioned earlier about him going under center, that's what the team wants to see more of. Does he master that the way that they want him to? We saw him take a 7-step drop, Scooby, from under center. That doesn't happen that often in today's NFL. So being able to see more mastery of that, more comfort with that, more comfort with the overall operation is what the Bears are looking for from Caleb Williams in the starting offense in tonight's game.
This is literally one of the most exciting teams to watch this season because this is a generational talent we talked about when he was getting drafted out of college. Courtney, thanks for coming on and hanging out with us. Appreciate you. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are among the Chiefs starters we'll see on the field tonight. What to expect, plus one-on-one with Mahomes coming right up.
Oh, it's going to be lights, Cam, action for Cam Ward and the Titans in their preseason finale. Titans host the Vikings tonight. Last tune-up for the #1 overall pick. Ward's only played in 5 series so far in the preseason. His last game, a little erratic. Just 2 completions, 7 attempts for 42 yards. Tennessee would like to see more. So let's go out to Nashville. Our NFL national reporter, Lindsey Theory, is there. You know, Lindsey, you talk to everybody outside of that facility about Cam Ward, and they say the same thing. Football's everything to Cam Ward. But my question is, where is his growth with this offense going into tonight in this preseason tune-up?
Brian, Cam Ward says he's real close to fully understanding this Titans offense and playbook. He says the key right now is to just getting more reps so he can be even more dialed in to the scheme, the protections, and the needed route adjustments. Now, what's helped him get up to speed has been his constant dialogue with his receivers. Ward says he's constantly telling them where he needs to be, what he expects out of them, and in return, his receivers are telling him what they need out of their quarterback. And keeping with the theme of communication, that same type of communication is happening with Ward's coaches. He says he even receives some late-night texts explaining what he needs to be doing better or what they're seeing on film that he can continue to work on. As for tonight, what we can see from Ward, Coach Brian Callahan says starters will certainly play. It's to be determined how many series they will be out there for. Ward